The following Bigfoot sighting report was rather disturbing to me, and so I did some additional investigations and will reveal those results at the end of this video. Mary D. writes RMSO. I'm not computer smart, so I hope I'm doing this right. I was 8 years old, living with my foster parents in Leesville, Louisiana, at a trailer park called Tyrell Trailer Park. It was on a Friday evening at dusk. Me and 7 other kids were playing a ball game when out of the woods came a huge hairy monster. At that time, we never heard of a Bigfoot, but we did hear strange sounds at night coming from the woods, but we did not know what it was. I had kicked the ball and it rolled under the street light, and I yelled, "I'll get it!" But my little friend Sally said, "No, I'll get it." She was only 5 years old. I had to go ask her parents' permission for her to come play with us, and her dad said, "Okay, but you're responsible to bring her back in an hour." I said, "Okay." We both ran to get the ball. When she bent over to pick it up, this huge monster grabbed her, and he just looked at me with the very sweet eyes, like he was saying, "I will not hurt you," that kind of eyes. However, I was not afraid of him. The other kids ran and screamed, but I just stood there, looked up at him, and he ran back into the woods with my little friend. She was kicking and screaming. There was nothing I could do. I don't know why he took her, and they never found her body. I can't get into the details like I want unless you want to sit down and call me and I'll tell you more. Please feel free to contact me anytime. RMSO responds, "Hi Mary, what state was this in?" I found several Leesville towns in several states, and Tyrell's Trailer Park is in Louisiana. At the time you saw the huge hairy monster, when you were 8, how much bigger and wider was it than an adult? Mary continues, "Well, there used to be a trailer park named Tyrell, but that was back in 1962. I'm sure it's no longer there." Okay, it was in Vernon Parish, Louisiana. That Bigfoot I saw was toe to toe. That's how close I was to him. He picked up my little friend like she was a football and ran back into the woods with her. RMSO continues, "Is there a newspaper article about your friend missing? What happened to your friend? Was she ever found, came back, or still missing?" Mary continues, "Remember, I told you I was only 8 years old. You will probably need to go and find out. I was just a little kid. No, the troopers came out there that night to look for her and to investigate what happened. They questioned me first because the other kids ran screaming back to their homes. I told the officers what I saw, and they did look around and found one of her little black patent leather shoes. It had a spot of blood on it. They never found her." RMSO responds, "That is really disturbing. I'm sorry about your friend and you having a traumatic experience like that. Do you recall anything about your friend? I lost a good friend when I was 9 years old, and he was 8. I still think about the great memories we had together up until we lost him." Mary goes on, "Thank you for your kindness. Actually, no. She rarely ever got to come outside to play because her parents were addicts and drunkards, and we could hear them fighting all the time. I was usually too scared to go ask if she could come out to play. I wish I could help you more. I wish I could have helped my little friend. I think I know why that Bigfoot liked me, because right after school I went out to play and I believe he was always watching me. Plus, I think he liked my very blonde hair." RMSO continues, "I searched the Doe Network for missing females in Louisiana and was not able to locate a missing person, a female or a child, during that time frame. So this means either she was found, she didn't make it onto this list, or her remains were found. If any of our readers have heard anything regarding this 5-year-old little girl named Sally from Vernon Parish, Louisiana, or found a news article that may relate to this event, please email us with the information at rmsobigfoot@gmail.com. We searched the archives of some of the newspapers from that area at the time and could not locate a news story about a missing girl. However, we noticed that around 1962, many of the archives are incomplete or missing. Most Bigfoot encounters and sightings of the creature, it's either going the other way from the witnesses, or it flees and hides after it knows it's been spotted. Reports about Sasquatch abducting or harming people are very rare, yet there are those types of reports. Late President Teddy Roosevelt writes about his friend Bauman that was harassed by a creature that fits the description of Bigfoot, and Bauman claims that the creature killed his trapping partner in the Bitterroot Forest along the Montana and Idaho border. One of my favorite was the Albert Ostman incident around 100 years ago in 1924. Albert was a gold prospector that was scooped up in his sleeping bag by a large male Sasquatch and carried by the creature for a few hours, then kept by this large creature and his family. The adult female and two tall but thinner juveniles. The young ones were a boy and a girl. It seems they were keeping Ostman as a novelty item or a pet. He feared he may in fact become dinner. He escaped after several days of captivity. After going public with this story, Albert faced cross-examination by some of Canada's best interrogators who claimed, even if this did not happen to Ostman, he believes it to be. During examination, he always had a cheerful composure, swore to his story without hesitation, and stuck to it until the end. Albert Ostman was interrogated multiple times without a single change to the details. He was cross-examined by the police and agreed to sign a solemn declaration which said his account was true under oath and virtue of the Canadian Evidence Act. Rocky Mountain Sasquatch. This photo had been circulating social media of a strange creature with odd coloration, purportedly a Bigfoot. Tracking down whom I believe was the original person to post this on June 1st, 2022, he did not reveal much, no location, and did not state that he was the one that actually snapped the photo with his phone. The foliage to me appears to be south or southwest US. When this first started circulating, we did a blog article waiting for pertinent details, like the location and an official backstory. So far, researchers and the throngs of cover photo PC jockeys have not uncovered anything substantial regarding this photo. The subject appears to be dark gray, with substantially long arms, domed head, and the lower half of the creature is much darker. This may be caused from the upper body shadowing the lower half of the legs of the creature. Please comment, like, and share. Make sure you subscribe and smash that bell button to get notifications of the 2 to 4 new videos we post each week of Bigfoot evidence, Sasquatch encounters, and sightings along with investigations into these Bigfoot hotspots.